Hello everyone and welcome to Necropolis. The folks over at Harebrained Schemes were nice enough to provide me with a review copy, so here I am about to delve into the dungeon. This won't be my first time visiting Necropolis, however. I have played a few games on my own. Necropolis is a third-person action RPG with roguelike elements. You'll never see the same dungeon twice. And I haven't yet. And the success of my runs tends to vary quite a bit. I've gone from like 20 minutes or half an hour runs all the way down to like I die in the first room. It varies quite a bit, but I'm happy to be bringing this to you guys. I think I'm going to actually be restarting my game, even though I kind of like where I'm at because I want to show you what's on offer here. So you can either be a brute or a blackguard, and you can be male or female within. I'm gonna be a male blackguard. And if you go up and down, you can change the color schemes on your character. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Son of Botar. I really enjoy the humor in this game. I think it's actually very well written. Huh? He's like attuning himself with the English language. So we are in the Necropolis of Abraxas. Navel of the world we rebranded after the Archmage's accident. Behold the layout of controls. Study its portents and reflect upon them. See, I love this game. So word from the wise here. Well, actually, first, this guy right here. This is the Brazen Head. He is more or less the god of the dungeon. This is your first shop, and these are the codexes. Codexes are one of the few things that carry over after you die and move on to the next dungeon. Moving up to the first door here, you actually get some jobs, and every so often, doesn't look like we got one this time, but every so often you will get one that says gather food. That's why I always walk over there first, because there's always food in this little case here. So if you get the job that tells you pick up X amount of food, there you go, there's a food. Contributing towards your goal. And you guys know, if fans of the channel are going to know that I absolutely love roguelikes. I love them. One of the first, actually the first iPhone game I ever played on the channel was Pocket RPG, which I loved because it was a roguelike and had Diablo elements. I just got to remember to use my shield. See, oh, great. The battery level of my DualShock is low. Awesome. Right at the beginning of the video, too. Oh, did you see that? They can deal damage to each other. God bless it. I love it. I'm coming from Bloodborne, more or less. I know this game has some serious Dark Souls influences in the best way possible. But unfortunately, coming from Bloodborne, where you don't have a shield, it tends to be pretty easy to forget to use one. I'm having a fight right in front of you, Brazen. Oh my gosh, this guy just gets carried away. If I had a nickel for every time that I've died by one of these guys' hands, I'd probably be close to like 20 or 30 cents by now. You do have a power attack as well, but unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be using it here because I don't really think I need to. I think I got this under control. There we go. Oh, and there's a crafting system, which is fantastic, by the way. So if you ever run out, see, one of my jobs says, mark the ground with chalk 5 times. I actually have enough to craft some chalk, so let's just go ahead and do this. Requires arcane dust and some crystal. And I think I'll mark the ground with chalk once I get a little further. Oh, you! Give me that fat loot. I would love some of that fat loot. I've also played a whole bunch of Wayward Souls on the channel as well. So from what I'm seeing, I absolutely love my time that I've been spending with this game. The only complaint that I could even have is just that it seems like the port from PC was a little bit rough, because it tends to have a few frame rate drops in certain portions, but otherwise the actual gameplay is solid. And for those of you that would like to see more Respawnables or Blitz Brigade, don't worry, this won't hinder the upload process of either of those. Oh god, what is this room? This is the worst room ever! Oh no! Okay. Okay. That right there, that was a charged power attack. So what just happened there is I used it, and because I used it, it put a cap on my stamina bar. So I won't be able to regain stamina all the way until I eat some food. It's actually why I did that, because I needed an excuse to eat some food so I could regain health. I'm going to go ahead and mark this ground with chalk right here and contribute towards my job. I think that's predominantly used in co-op. It's mostly to show... It's mostly just to show people where you are, where you've been. It's not really, the shield is a little less efficient if you're not looking in the direction of the person. You know what? I've actually never been a brute before. Okay, here I am. Oh, and there's a jump button, which I'm thrilled about. Even if you don't necessarily need to jump, I love having the freedom of jumping. Makes me happy. Money. Oh, wow, look at that. I think the brute can just, like, trounce through the pottery without even sprinting. Hello, brazen head. So, it looks like he's actually pretty agile for his size. I thought this was... the reason I'd been avoiding the brute is just because... Become invisible... Expunge the useless pottery. Great, I already started doing that. But I've been avoiding the brute because I assumed that he was going to be really slow, but he's actually pretty responsive for this being this big of a dude. Let's go right this time. I always gear towards the left for some reason, which is really funny. I'm right-handed. I'm typically right everything. Except for... Oh, man. That wind-up. Oh, that wind-up, though. Okay. I see why you are a brutish son of a gun. He's got some nice flow to him. Just, I'll shield charge a little bit there. He's graceful for his size. I'm gonna pick this up because it is typically a little bit faster than the other sword. And that is still the case. Oh, look at all that gold! Or gems, rather. I don't think it's, like, strictly gold. Here's some of that useless pottery I need to expunge. Simply retrace the steps, but do not go back the way you came? What? I've never seen that before. Under construction. Oh, okay, so it's I didn't realize that there was writing on the walls in this dungeon. That's really cool. Pariah blade. The crooked blade that looks best between the third and fourth rib. Mundane and equally ineffective against all. It's one of my favorite descriptions for a weapon I think I've ever heard in my life. More useless pottery! Great. Excellent. I guess it's talking about groups when it says 19. Oh no. The crystal. The crystal is another typical reason why I've died. From what I've seen, From what I've seen, it summons the souls of your fallen attempts in the game. Or I guess they don't necessarily have to be you. Come on, get your shield up, get your shield up, get your stamina up. That's the way. That's why they call you the Brute. Because you're brutally honest. Your beard looks nice. Yeah, that's the way. Brutally honest. And don't worry, you didn't just get a text or a Facebook message. That was, in fact, me. I'm just gonna leave this gentleman. I still love dodging so much. I almost prefer dodging to blocking. I've always been that way. Let's see what you do. There we go. This game is actually very forgiving when it comes to fall damage, so if you need to jump from somewhere, odds are you will survive. I'm gonna go ahead and get that last bit of stamina back. got some essential oil. What can I craft right now? I've got rotten food. What do I have right here? Mystical boon. Just one swig and you'll experience a feeling of health and resilience that really lasts. Safe when taken as directed. Fortunately, I don't have all of the ingredients for that. I wonder if I'd have more luck if I only use power attacks as the brute. Come on. I'm blocking quite a few of their swings. I'm taking a lot more damage in this little fight with these skeletons than I'd like to be. Hopefully I can start finding a tier 1 weapon instead of a tier 0, because that's all I've been running into right now. Because it's funny how the stark contrast between the starting weapons and then the tier 0s, as they call them, and the tier 1s. The tier 1s are, like, fantastic. They look and feel amazing to use, but the tier 0s are just so, as they call them, mundane. I'll take that, thank you. Although I think I might start running. I don't know if they can follow me into, like, new sections of the dungeon. I'd assume that they can. Here we go. Come on, my train of followers. This looks deadly. 3 doors, huh? I love the balance between, like, you may use a very, very strong power attack that will likely kill everything following you, but at the cost of permanent stamina. The Brute has a really cool, almost Norse-looking design. I really like it. Here we go. We made it. This is going to be the second level right here. I think usually there's a shopkeeper here somewhere. I can probably go pay for, like, a boon from the goddesses, but I don't know if I really want to do that today. I am, however, going to see if there are any scrolls on the wall here. Perfect. That sure is a magic scroll. For those of you that have played Pixel Dungeon on the iPhone, I do highly recommend picking up this game. What are you? Oh, there he is. He's here. I thought that was a switch. Colors of... Yeah, those are, like, colors I can use. Potion of Vigor. Restore what is lost. I think I'm gonna buy that Potion of Vigor real quick. Let's go ahead and take a swig. Lovely. You feel restored. Man, that was worth it. That was a large chunk of health I just restored. You okay there, Brute? Is climbing the ladder not your favorite thing to do in the world? Is that not what you're used to doing? That's okay. You take your time climbing that ladder, buddy. We got plenty of time in the dungeon. We got loads of time. See, like, watch. I'm gonna jump off of this, and I'm totally fine. Earlier, I fell, like, all the way from up there, all the way down here, and it was completely okay. I'm gonna go see if there's... Okay, we get it. You're a car. Oh my gosh. Wow, you're so loud. We get it. Sorry, I got my window open. It rained last night, so the air smells really nice. So I want to have my window open right now. Can you blame me? Hopefully not. So I'm going to go look up here just to see if there's anything new. I'm also going to expunge the useless pottery. While I'm at it. I like the Brute so far. I think the Blackguard is still my favorite, but I love the design. He reminds me of, like, a Legend of Zelda-esque Big Daddy. It's actually what he reminds me of exactly. I've also noticed that the color scheme in the dungeon changes based on what you pick. Like, this was golden last time. Who is this, I wonder? How am I doing on pottery? 14 of 19, huh? I see another group right there. So although fall damage is, yeah, you know what? Yeah, here, let me show you. See, fall damage is it's very little. So much so that I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll just fall. I'm not trying to walk down those stairs again. This level is the final resting place for most. I love it when you go outdoors. It's so surreal. Apparently, this was an Archmage's dungeon. I'm not going to be opening this chest because I think it requires a token, and I'm actually saving my tokens to try to get my character's vampirism. Wow. You heard us stumbling over your words, Evan? Seem like a no-nonsense type. I need the Amulet of Seal. You need an exit. We have an understanding? Yes. I'd be more than happy to help you find that amulet. Okay. Those are some big armor dudes. Those are the biggest of armor dudes you've ever seen. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching this first episode of Necropolis. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more, please leave a like and a comment and let me know in there. Otherwise, this won't be interrupting any other regular uploads. This will probably just be uploaded in between. Alright guys, have a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.